Oi, oi, what's going on, mate? We are just taking in Mr. Martin Brundle's grid work. It's been a bit of a damp squid thus far, though, hasn't it, Patrick? Like, what's going on? Where are the celebrities? He's walked past Martin Brundle. Patrick Mahomes. You can tell I'm on the ball. As on the ball as Mr. Brundle is today. But we've got a Miami Grand Prix. I'm hoping it's going to be a good one. I've almost jinxed it, haven't I? Cursing it too hard, saying it's going to be rubbish and the track's poor. Sector 2, Sector 3, rubbish. Sector 1, reminiscent of Silverstone Grand Prix. As Mr. Martin Brundle has a cheeky word with, what's going on, mate? Overland, Stephen A. You see me, Stephen? You see me, Steve? Stephen A. Not on the ball at all. I apologise, Steve. Oh, are we going to get... Mate, come on, Martin. You got to grab somebody famous. Mario Andretti. Legend. Champion in 1978, if I recall correctly. One-time champ. Techie. Modai. Very, very techie this race is going to be. We are 18 minutes away from a Miami Grand Prix. Watching with you, Martin Brundle's grid walk. Mario Andretti. Yeah, that's why you start eating before a stream. I was getting a word with Mario Andretti. He's talking about being on the grid by 2028. It's techie, this Andretti thing, isn't it? They're saying 2028, and that's when they're going to have an engine by 2026. Potentially, GM will have an engine by then, but obviously no entry because they got denied. It's techie, this. I don't know how I feel about Andretti. Obviously, we all want more entrants, don't we? I think. T-Techie Overland. Overland Journo. I love that name, by the way. And it is techie. And oh, the humanity. Go on then, Martin. Get in the throng, chap. I love it when Martin gets his elbows out on the grid walk. There we go. We get a cheeky shot of Red Bull pit crewman and engine engineer Callum Nicholas. A man who have tried to get an interview on multiple occasions, but he only seems to want to go on our rivals' shows on YouTube, which is fair. That does happen from time to time. Not that you guys are interested, Steve. What are the odds on a clean first corner? Well, Lewis has already said that he plans to do another dive bomb up the inside. But you want to be careful, right? Like, what you don't want to do, Lewis, is telegraph it. Because they'll see you coming this time around, surely. Is Trump there? Bloody Nora mode. I hope not. Although, I was having a chat with a friend. I hate Donald Trump. But with the world being as it is now, does America not need Donald Trump in power? Can Joe handle this anymore? Chat, I don't know. I feel like Joe's a bit rendered a bit incompetent. We try and get a cheeky word with Danny Rick, but he's got headphones on. Danny Rick's such a ledge. Love Danny Rick. Hope he goes well. Brilliant morning, not so good afternoon, Danny? This channel would seem to be unrivaled. Oh, Neil, behave. I enjoy it, mate. No, like, listen, I'm critically aware that I need to get better, more consistent, more industrious, more articulate on camera. But we will get there with you guys. It'd be interesting to look back on the videos that I'm making now in a couple of years' time as we get a cheeky chat with Oscar Piastri. Mohamed Ben Sulayem obviously having a word with his favourites, one of whom apparently is Charles Leclerc. He'll be looking for Mr. Fernando Alonso, won't he, next? Let's go, Brandon. Oh my gosh, I know, I understand that in-joke. Charles having a quick word with Martin. Cold towel on the head, trying to stay cool. And Charles looks very different. How do you guys feel about Mustache Charles? No, it's part of... I'm critically aware that it's part of growing old, but I kind of prefer the clean-shaven Charles. That it doesn't make a difference, does it? Do me a favour, smash the like, guys, if you could. Leclerc needs to do a He-Man on Verstappen. Here's Will.i.am. Have a chat with Will.i.am, Martin. Come on, mate. Is your first and only celebrity? What are you doing? Oh, Martin Brundle's dropped the ball. That's not a Miami Grand Prix grid walk from Brundle. Flopped it, mate. Oh, Brundle's dropped a ball, hasn't he? There, that's not very good. Worst grid walk ever from Martin Brundle. Tuned in early, specially, and he's laid an egg, hasn't he? As Mr. Brundle, it's not good enough, chap. Definitely cancelling my Sky now. All £90.50 worth of it. Why is Mark Anthony singing? I forget he's a singer. My association with Mark Anthony extends to J-Lo. I shouldn't be talking for this anthem, should I? Especially since most of you guys are North American. Right, shut up, Cameron. Be respectful of the Star Spangled Banner. Should be doing one of these, shouldn't I? This one. 12th anniversary of the incident. Let's go. Bank on. Still got our national anthem going on. We get a cheeky vista of one Logan Sargent. Come on, Logan. Let's go well today, mate. Born a couple of miles from the track. Oh, Mark Anthony struggling with his notes there, right? Oh, Mark, come on, mate. Stand true. We don't want to get a Fergie rendition of the national anthem. Stay true to it, Mark. No, you're bringing J-Lo into this. I know. Imagine, Mark. It's unacceptable, isn't it? J-Lo, though, I feel like if anybody's got a right to bring J-Lo into this, it's your boy Cameron, because I was like a fully paid up member to the J-Lo fan club as a young teenage boy. What was that first song? If You Had My Love. Oh my God. That video and song completely changed my life. Come on, Mark. Behave yourself. Good rendition, mate. Fair play. But should we get some racing going now? 11 minutes. Again, for the avoidance of doubt, this stream is being brought to you by Multiview. If you like some metrics along with your racing, go and check that out. Download the app. Getting a cheeky word with one George Russell. Fair play. Disappointed though. First and foremost, very disappointed with that walk. The grid walk was rubbish. Everybody getting in on the Lewis Hamilton pictures. Of course, what else would you expect? We're going to have to talk about this Lewis Hamilton culpability at some point. Turn one, lap one, sprint, shootout. Techie. Of course he's got to have some blame in all of that. He's not blameless. Ultimately, Lando won't be pleased with Lewis, but I mean, racing incident overall, surely. Did he deserve a penalty? Lap one, turn one. Cheeky chat with Max, Natalie Pinkham. Let's go. Max does not care for this track at all, does he? You could just see him. People telling me that I keep superimposing my opinions onto Max Verstappen. But if I know Max Verstappen, purist, die-hard racer, then he's not interested in Miami, especially not Sector 2 and 3. There you go, I've said it. Particularly not Sector 2. It's a weird one. All right, we're getting a shot of some celebs now, all of whom our mate Martin Brundle didn't have a word with. Not good enough, Martin. Not good enough for torture. 10 minutes until we get a cheeky formation lap. For this, the Miami Grand Prix. Lewis went car racing. Zabrinski, these words are immortal now, aren't they? We went motor racing, Toto. Toto, the boy who cried wolf. That's his new name, promise. Ron, wonder to what time he sim raced. Probably 3 a.m. again, isn't it? knowing Max. Look at Adrian having a cheeky look at the Ferrari again. He does like to survey other cars, but he's spending a lot of time at the moment around that SF24, right? The red car. Make of that what you will. Again, I think Adrian will take a cheeky break, but I think that's an enforced break. Because Christian Horner and the Red Bull PR would have wanted him to play nice, right? All is well over at the Bulls that are red, or at least that's what they want us to think. People aren't sending CVs to Zach Brown as an example. Nobody's looking to leave. Pierre Vacher and Enrico Balbo included in that. Huh. Fix my picture of my little man. Do you guys have pictures of your family on your desks? So you can just take a cheeky look at them. And I always used to see like the old guy in my team. He always had like a picture of his family on his desk. I was like, why have you got that? And now I understand it more than ever. Go on then, chat. What are we talking about? Bert says, good evening, Cam. What's going on, Bert? I hope you're good. Cameron, what is your take on Lucy's dive bomb, turn 1, sprint race? AG, you joined late, chap. I've covered it already, Macon. Danica looks thinner and fit. Macon, I can neither confirm nor deny how Danica looks, lest I wish to get cancelled more than I already have been. Turn 1, lap 1. I think Lewis absolutely has to take some blame, but I think overall the categorisation that I would use personally as a part-time F1 diehard is that it was a racing incident more than anything. It was basically a love tap. He did touch Fernando Alonso, but it wasn't like it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't a massive wipeout. Now, by the letter of the law, if you cause a big accident and you're not in control of your car, then you should get a penalty, right? But I want to say it's Appendix 4, Chapter. I can't remember. I was going to impress you guys with my encyclopedic knowledge of F1 rules and regulations. Appendix 4, Chapter on Appendix 4, 2.2. I can't remember. Blagging. But in there somewhere it talks about, I think, precedent set actually. Precedent, you will get a penalty if you cause an accident and you're not in control, wholly in control of the car. And I'm not sure Lewis caused the accident with Alonso and Stroll. Alonso and Stroll had already hit each other. Both of those Aston Martin drivers were at least partially to blame for that cheeky love tap. And then Lewis comes in, and that's the concertina effect that it's the domino, right, onto Lando Norris. So yeah, Lewis was to blame, but do you know what I mean? The fact that they didn't punish him or penalise him or give him a penalty, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, I'll be honest with you. It's fair. It's not as if, here's the plan. Here's the takeaway to Alonso's point. It's not as if Lewis hasn't been given enough penalties down the years, deserving and undeserving. So Fernando Alonso to say what he said about Lewis Hamilton, I think was a flipping cheek and completely off-piste, if I'm honest with you. There is, of course, British bias. As a person of colour living in the UK, this is like my PhD topic, like British bias and xenophobia and racism and misogyny. Like, I could talk your guys' ears off about that ad infinitum, in perpetuity. So I think Alonso's fairly off-piste. If you want to say that he feels like he's been victimised, then cool. But to say that you're being victimised for being Spanish, I was like, let's go, James. Welcome to the force, sir. Thank you so much for the support. You guys can join as members and you'll get priority as far as your comments on the lives and a cheeky newsletter-ish sometimes once a week. James, you're a legend. I appreciate you, man. Living on the edge. Ahoy, sir. Yeah, Miami got it. They keep trying out these oft-used tropes in Miami. I appreciate the broadcast that trying to tailor it to Miami. But I think there's something to be said for doing it in a way that's tasteful and not tacky. Miami Grand Prix. I cannot wait. Where are we up next, guys? Is it Imola next? Imola and then Canada. James, you're a legend, mate. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys to the moon for the support, for listening to my ramblings and engaging me in the chat and criticising me, telling me when I'm talking rubbish, because I do. Everybody does. Nobody bats 1,000, right? Nobody bats 1,000. James, in honour of Cameron, I had bubble and squeak this morning. Let's go, James. I love that. What if Max stops F1 after 2025, repeats all the time? I think, Ron, Max's contract goes through to 2028, and I'm not sure how likely he is to stop before then. However, you bring up a salient point about the engines 2026 and the chat, the conversation that Max will have had at some point this weekend with Toto, the boy who cried wolf, with Ola, the head of Daimler and Mercedes, 33% owner, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, again 33% owner, would have been primarily, if I put on my Toto Wolff cap, it would have been, how worried are you about Red Bull's ability to build their own durable, reliable power unit for the 2026 rules and regulations? If I were Toto Wolff and I were a negotiating man, a related party in that conversation, that's the fear that I imagine Max Verstappen will have at this point. He'll win this year going away, right? As will he do next year in all probability. However, 2026 is the big question. Overland Journo, let's go. Thank you so much for the support, and you guys feel free to join the club and become a member. Support the channel as we try and grow over the next couple of years to become the market leading, the purple sector F1 channel on all of the YouTubes. Madeline, what's going on? See you later. Thanks so much, Madeline. Appreciate the back and forth, Madeline. Basically, if you're a loose fan, it was a racing incident. How very dare you, Madeline? How very dare you? Are we saying, Madeline, just before you go, that you deserved a 10-second penalty for that, as if 20 seconds for the pit lane infringement wasn't enough? But the mind boggles, this Lewis Hamilton thing. As long as I've been following that chap, when it's time to give Lewis Hamilton a penalty, you don't need to worry about the stewards and the FIA. Do you remember when he crossed the track and they made an example out of him because of his rock star status? You don't need to worry, Madeline, about them giving Lewis Hamilton a penalty. I promise. Toto, the boy who cried wolf, is gonna. I'm telling you, Sedan, that's his name now. I want to say that I stole it from somewhere, but I think that's a Cameron creation, to be fair. Toto, the boy who cried wolf. What a brilliant nickname. D. Murphy, everybody ready for the Dutch national anthem later. The Max Verstappen podcast, as per usual. I'm hoping, though, go on then, let's get a bit hopeful for a second. I am hoping that one Charles Leclerc, we talked about it earlier, that he's going to try, if there is potential, he's going to try a move. However, if you have to settle him behind and do a pincer move on the undercut, remember, there are 2 Ferraris behind Max Verstappen. So maybe the modus operandi, as far as their objectives, should be to get through the first lap in second and third, right? Well, let's see. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's not prejudice it or jinx it, Cameron. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's not prejudice it, Cameron. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Right, let's get some. Let's get some things on the go. No, we don't want that. Come on, Cameron. Sort your life out, chap. All right, we're talking about the temps, very hot. And again, it being so hot, they're going to have to manage those right. Both deg and thermal wear, those 2 things being different things, by the way. Deg, obviously, we're used to, but thermal wear, very, very difficult to manage that. Very difficult to manage that. Hearing from the guy, Mr. Martin Brundle, not happy with that, Martin. I'm not impressed at your performance, sir. In the words of one, George St. Pierre. For those UFC fans out there, not impressed, Martin. I tuned in early, especially. I feel like the press conference that made me go scorched earth before. Like, what? Do you know what I mean? What are we doing here? Really, though, what are we doing here? Why did I waste my time to watch that Martin Brundle nonsense? if he's not even going to talk to any celebrities. Come on, Martin. You're better than that chap. Like, what are we... You know what I mean? What are we doing? Oh, my goodness. All right, we've got ourselves a cheeky map. Metrics incoming. We're on a formation lap for those of you who are listening. Let's go. Okay. I did something wrong. I wanted to go back and check my stream for a cheeky metric, but it wasn't there. I deleted it. All right, let's go. What do you mean, what can Ferrari do, Crofty? What do you think Ferrari can do, chap? Can they hunt Max Verstappen as a pack? No, we don't want to do that yet. Come on, Cameron, sort your life out, chap. Right, let's get these metrics up. Although I do feel to do what my guy Peter Windsor says today. Cameron, take your head above the parapet. Mirrors are dirty, says Lewis. Bloody no. Already on the moaning is Lewis Hamilton. Jeez. Come on, Lewis. Positive. Lewis on hards. Yeah, mate. Let's have a look at the... Oh, my God. Lewis is on hards as well as Fernando Alonso. But Alonso's makes sense, right? Because he's starting from so... His track position dictates that he kind of needs to. Magnussen also starting on hards. Danny Rick starting on hards. So if you're far back and you're out of position, then it kind of makes sense almost, right, to put on hards and try and go long. Benefit from some clean air as these guys try to pull the undercut. However... Lewis is kind of where he should be. I'm sick and tired, I'll be honest with you guys, straight out the bat. I'm a bit sick and tired of Lewis trying all these, like, playing all these jokers. I know, listen, sometimes you've got to do a money ball right and just go for it. But sometimes, mate, just play the cards you're dealt. 275,000 as far as attendance live at this weekend's Grand Prix. If Carlos beats Charles into turn one, how long into the war? Ask him to move over. Alan, I don't think they can unless Charles has pace on his teammate and Ferrari rival. Because, I mean, Carlos is leaving. What's he got? I think this is why it's going to get more and more acrimonious between the Ferrari drivers and Mercedes. Oh, my gosh. Max is parked early, isn't he? Oh, Steve A. Brendan is God tier. But he's flopped it that time, Steve. I'm being a bit critical of him. Terrible manoeuvre from Perez. Are you guys... Oh my God, is it kicked off already? Shoot. Oh my guys, I'm behind, guys, on my visuals. I'm just watching it now. Oh, for crying out loud. Sainz has nailed Charles Leclerc. Max Verstappen. Oh my gosh, Checo. What are you doing, chap? Charles Leclerc nailed Carlos Sainz. He's not having it, is he? Oh, Carlos, biggest loser. Checo Perez again. He's seen red like he did at Mexico last year, right? Anytime he gets to somewhere close to Mexico, he just loses his mind completely. Oh, what are we doing? Go on, chap. Right. Come on, Checo. What was that about, mate? Like, you're just letting us down over here, chap. Not good enough. All right, let's go. Let's settle down into some racing. Interesting from Ferrari. Carlos Sainz had that pulled on Charles Leclerc, but then he just failed to nail it, didn't he? Bottom it out, Charles, as we get cheeky battle between the two Alpine, Gasly and Ocon going head to head. Ooh, Gasly runs him out. Oh no, between Gasly and Ocon. Oh my gosh, shades of Australia. I thought they were going to come together there. Still two abreast. Gasly got the inside now. Oh my gosh, I'm not hating this at all. Oof. Are they still line astern? Oh my gosh. Call it off, Alpine. There we go. Holy smoke. Gasly nailed Ocon in the end. Absolute carnage, guys. That is bonkers. Go on then, runners and riders. Hulkenberg on Lewis, of course. So Lewis already going backwards on those hards. Because again, trying to get bloody heat into them is going to be difficult. Hard tyres, chaps. Really? Why? What's the need to always play a joker every bloody time? Come on. What is the point, really? Genuine question, non-rhetorical out here. I think Mercedes don't have the mentality, do they? They're just too, like, bloody... They're too used to dominating and have yet to adapt. That's what's going on with our mates over at Merck. But I digress. Sedan, everybody's let Max fly away. Too much fighting. This is what happens, Sedan, when you in-fight for position and then kind of miss the bigger picture. But I think they do this because they're almost like... They're resigned to the fact that they won't be able to fight Max. Just too quick, too strong. One lap in, 1.6 seconds down the road is race leader Max Verstappen. This looks nuts, actually. The optics look incredible. Somebody was talking about this earlier on, though, that the way they shoot Miami, that the producers need to be very dexterous in the way they shoot it, because otherwise the live audience say that it turns into a bit of a snooze fest. Right, let's get some things going on here. 1.5 seconds, although Oscar Piastri just gone purple. But everybody's they're just settling in. DRS train, look at that already. From 7th all the way down to 20th. Cheeky DRS train. The only person amongst those who doesn't have DRS is Zhou Guanyu. Oh, the humanity. Carlos ain't moving for Charles. Yeah, he shouldn't either. He shouldn't. He was properly hard there, wasn't he, in seizing back that. Again, it speaks to, it's one of those tracks that's super difficult to overtake around, isn't it? So at the start, you're always going to get people trying to do a cheeky dive bomb because the rewards almost outweigh the risks around here. I mean, if it's Spa, then you're always going to get another opportunity, right? Because it's easier to overtake around, or Silverstone as an example. Always going to be an overtaking manoeuvre at Silverstone. So if you're a driver with who's had his Weetabix that morning, then you don't need to be do you know what I mean? You don't need to stress. Right, let me just make sure you guys can see stuff. Let's do one of these. Oh, let's go. Okay. Oh my gosh. David Croft here alludes to the fact that Haas are causing Lewis Hamilton an absolute nightmare. George Russell's dropped back down to 10th though. That's positive news for Lewis Hamilton fans all around the world. Oh dear. Right, let's go. There we go. Stewards have had a look at the Checo. Perez off. Decided no further action necessary. Take that. Checo will be happy about that. But why did Checo get to Miami and then forget how to drive? How has he overcooked it so much? Bonkers, chaps. Absolutely bonkers. Here we go, Oscar. Oscar on Carlos. Come on, Carlos, mate. Like, pull your finger out, chap. He's in DRS now, he's Oscar, eh? So, come on, is Carlos even. Come on, Oscar. Come on, Carlos. Sort out your life, chap. Oscar Piastri into 2nd. Holy smoke. Chill out, Oscar. Bloody Dora. Is he going to... Let's have a look at his lap times. Purple. Wow. All right. Oscar's gone purple on a 132.8. Max Verstappen's best lap, a 133.0. Bloody Nora. On their last lap, Oscar was half a second faster than Max Verstappen. Come on then, Oscar. Let's be having your chap. I do not hate that at all. If we're looking for somebody to mount a challenge, then Oscar Piastri might be the guy, which is astounding, by the way, because as far as upgrades, you know that McLaren have bought a gazillion, brake ducts, front wing, etc., rear wing, new floor, I think, potentially, but don't quote me on that. Of which Oscar Piastri only has 50%. Lando dawdling down there in 6th on the back of a dodgy qualifying session this Grand Prix has 100% of them. What does that say about Lando and Oscar dynamic? I've been riffing back and forth with my guy Peter Windsor because he quite likes Oscar and shares of the Shakedown too. Who's also quite fond of one Oscar Piastri and his upside. This being his sophomore year, I'm expecting more from him, right? More race management, as an example. Still think Lando will put him under manners over the course of the 24 races. Just having a look back at the old race start. Piastri needs to manage them tyres, though. Exactly, Sedan. That's been his Achilles heel, right? Carlos breathing down Leclerc's neck. Absolutely, and I'm here for it. Piastri makes pastry of Leclerc. Love that overland journey. It's techie, isn't it? Piastri's got speed in hand at the moment. What's the delta? Gap between first and second, 1.9 seconds. Oh my God, Checo. This is real world F1, chap, not the game. Not the game, mate. This is actual F1. Brake, therefore, accordingly, chap. Like, that wasn't good enough from Checo. And I rate Checo. Oh, shoot. Carlos Sainz, there we go. I just seen the onboard on Carlos. So Carlos couldn't turn right. He saw Checo coming. Had he turned to make the corner and defend to Charles Leclerc, yeah, Carlos Sainz did nail that. He's brilliant. I love me some Carlos Sainz Jr. You guys know that I'm in love with this guy's mind. Pause. But Carlos Sainz is mental in his ability to think his way through a race. Incredible. But the reactions of the chap to see Checo Perez coming, Mexican Minister of Defense. Oh my gosh. Fernando Alonso and Pierre Gasly. Oof. Wow. Unbelievable there. That's bonkers. Right, let me do this 1 second. Sainz asking to pass. Yeah, because he's quicker. I feel like I have the pace here, says Carlos. He does have the pace. I think that's really harsh on Carlos to make him sit behind Charles Leclerc for the entire Grand Prix because of Checo Perez's faux pas on the first turn of the first lap. Do you know what I mean? That would be a bit harsh, but F1 apparently is a harsh endeavour. Who would be an F1 driver here, chat? Really? It looks all fancy, doesn't it? All glitz and glam. But going to 24 different locations around the world in 365 days, that can't be easy. In and of itself, eh? Why does my nose get itchy every time I jump on a stream? I must be telling lies. It's not very good, is it, Cam? 1 second, chat. I'll be back, chat. I promise I'll be back. We can't have an itchy nose. We nearly had a big crash, says Lewis Hamilton. Talking of Nico Hülkenberg, of course, in front of him. Mate. So how did he get back in front of him? I'm confused. My metrics are saying that Hülkenberg's still in front, but my television... Oh, he was ordered to give it back, wasn't he? That's why. That's why. Give that back. Nico Hülkenberg, how dare you? That's what your old mate K-Mag was doing yesterday. Like, what's that about? Come on. Be fair. Be fair. Or maybe Lewis is going to benefit from some British bias from the stewards. Fuck. I don't know where Alonso gets off with that. Even my saying it just doesn't even sound right. And I know, but listen, Again, for the avoidance of doubt, let's do this whilst there's a cheeky lull in the action. For the avoidance of doubt, British bias is absolutely a thing. And it's the legacy of colonialism and the fact that Britain owns so many different things and the empire, etc. I know this is like my specialist topic of expertise, I promise you. However, to say that Lewis Hamilton benefits from British bias, are you kidding me? Are you having an absolute joke? Lewis, come on, Alonso, you know better than that chap. You were at McLaren with him. I think that's what Alonso thinks is British bias, isn't it? By virtue of the fact that McLaren and Ron Dennis favoured Lewis, then in his mind he extrapolates that out to F1 more broadly. Lewis Hamilton doesn't benefit from what's Stewart. They'll punish him at every single juncture they can. I mean, even yesterday, case in point, 20 seconds for the pit lane incident. Fair play. Poorly produced camera work, says Macon. I don't disagree with that, mate. Must be tough for driver carrying those necks. Not me, Cam. Overland journey. I don't think I could do it. You could train your neck, I suppose. I mean, I've travelled in a very many fast car on track, but it's a different level, isn't it? One day I will get my feet and my hands in an F1 car, promise. Why didn't they show Ham overtake? I know, Hassan. Standard. How far am I behind in my bloody broadcast? I think it hasn't. I think my metrics might be incorrect that you're seeing on screen, you know. I think. Oh, no, they're all right. They're all right. So Lewis is currently behind Hülkenberg. All right, then, runners and riders, ladies and gents. Max Verstappen, keep your eye on this. 2.6 seconds in front of one Oscar Piastri. Having a word with Zach Brown, who's talking about tyre deg. Interesting. Look at the pace. Best speed trap time. 3:28 versus Verstappen's 3:11. Piastri obviously has had DRS at some point. Max Verstappen, lumbering around in clean air, will not have had any access to DRS. Right, Jomo, you're a legend. Hit the like. Good people of Cameron F1. I appreciate you, Jomo. Moderator extraordinaire. None of this is possible without your guys' help. And Jomo, one of many moderator extraordinaires who helped me out, is your contribution is invaluable, sir. All right, so we are 48 laps left. Oh, who overtook somebody? Just overtook somebody. I missed it. There we go, Lewis. Let's go, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton has just nailed Hülkenberg finally and is up into 7th place on those 9-lap old hard tyres. That's a very sexy overtake from one Lewis Hamilton. Oof, Hülkenberg tried to set up the switchback though, didn't he? And Lewis parked it on the apex. Let's go, Lewis. Fernando Alonso tactics. Lewis back in front of Nico. We'll take that, Macon. We will indeed take that. Hulk offers Lewis Hamilton. Hulk offers some ham to the goat. Oh, gosh. I love what you've done there, though. Not a big fan of ham, though, over Landerno. I used to be, but not anymore. Oh, Hülkenberg now trying to fend off George Russell. So Lewis, all right, how far? All right, so Lewis has got clear air to the tune of 8 seconds. Down the road is one Lando Norris, who can make some hay now on those hard compound tyres. Would be the hope if you're a Lewis Hamilton fan. If you're a Lewis Hamilton fan. Albon pitting. Oh my gosh, some awareness when we're racing would be good. Bloody no, what's Hülkenberg referring to? Chill out, Nico. Like, what's the crack, chap? Why so serious, mate? Why so serious? Let's deal with this. Oh, there we go. I've just done something that's changed my bloody life. Indeed, says Macon. Oh, no good for George. Not just yet. Go on then, Nico. Let's put on a masterclass now and hold up George for a bit. But he's got a train behind him, hasn't he? Look at this. It's happening again. between position 7 and 12, you've got a DRS train. And then another one's going to develop from 14th down to 20th imminently. Look at that. Oh, only Albon. So Albon's just come in for pits, hasn't he? Hulky's meat. What's Albon come in for? Hards. All right, that sounds good. One stopping apparently most of the time this Grand Prix because the tyre deck shouldn't be sufficient to warrant 2 stops. Everybody pitting now. Stroll's in the pits. Sargent in the pits. Valtteri Bottas in the pits. Going to be interesting. So let me see. All eyes on Max Verstappen. Is he going to risk I don't think he'll want to pit right and come into bloody traffic just yet. He can hang it out. He can overcut as far as he wants to. What he doesn't want to do is get under/overcut by one Oscar Piastri or any one of those Ferrari bods. That's what he doesn't want to do. Fernando Alonso talking about British bloody. What's he on about? And I love Fernando. I do love me a bit of Fernando Alonso. You guys hear me talking about him each and every. I probably got too much love for Fernando Alonso, especially after what happened in 2007. Here we go, George. Let's go, George. George got it done. That's very nice and sexy. Now they're on the same piece of track, are the Mercedes bods. Stroll all the way down to 80. Okay, so pits for Stroll. Everyone's gone onto hards. Keen to see. I didn't notice why George lost places either, Martin. I did not notice either, chap. Let me have a. I need to get a tablet, chap. Has anybody got any tips, any advice? What tablet's the best one for me to get? 885. Hmm. 151 of you watching currently, and I appreciate each and every single one of you to me. Go on then, should we talk about this Alonso thing? I just think he's not much more to say than what I said earlier, to be honest. I think Fernando Alonso, as much as I really like the guy, as a driver in particular, just barking at the wrong tree, chap. If you want to say that you've been victimised of late by the FIA, cool, but don't couch that in terms of it's because I'm Spanish. What? How do you know, Fernando? And saying that again, seeing that and raising you an additional level by saying that Lewis won't get penalised because he's not Spanish. What? Lewis? Have you seen Lewis Hamilton? Lewis got penalised in that bloody thing to the tune of 20 seconds in the pit. So what are we doing here, Fernando? What are we talking about? Just reminded me of Serena Williams, I'm telling you. When Serena went off at the umpire when she was losing to Naomi Osaka, I remember looking at that and I said, you know what, I can't even get behind. I can't get on this Serena Williams hype train anymore. As much as I used to love Serena, it was like, why are you talking about misogyny in a match between two women? Excuse me? How does that make sense? Now, that's not to say that misogyny isn't a thing in the world, for Pete's sake. We all know, we've all not experienced it, but we know firsthand that that's a true thing. But to bloody Nora, Fernando, you give me nothing, sir. Absolutely zero. I could not believe. And the worst joke is, so it was translated, and you know that sometimes these things, Norris all over Perez, let's go. Point 2, you are right, sir. Should be watching. Make on Apple. Switcheroo between the GOAT and Russell. Please don't say that. He's not even close yet. They might do it at some stage though, but he's on hards, isn't he? And George is on mediums. So it would not surprise me. I don't think they'll be looking to spoil George's strategy. And the tyre, it means nothing to Lewis, does he? He'll give it. As soon as George gets within DRS, I doubt that they'll be fighting for long. I doubt. Science questioning the lack of action. He's like, what are we doing about in front? Exactly. 1 second adrift. So Leclerc now, notably, is within DRS of Oscar Piastri. Carlos shouldn't expect any favours from Charles anytime soon. Wow. Charles Leclerc being told to box opposite of McLaren. Oof. So Ferrari preparing. This is one of those F1 things where they're going to do the opposite, isn't it? I suspect Oscar Piastri might do a cheeky dummy here and pretend to come in the pits and then not do it. Let's have a look at that, Jomo. Culture bias is not really a thing to be doing 2024 going forward. Jomo, you've nailed it. Just citing it is just like, for Fernando, just to say that, I don't know, it just felt weird, mate. Now you're talking about Johnny Herbert specifically, like, don't do that, Fernando. It's cheeky, man. Not just and not fair, and not about Lewis. The amount of penalties that he's got down the years. Lewis must have saw that and just laughed. And the joke is, when I heard him say it initially, it was a tweet in Spanish, wasn't it? Sometimes these things can get lost in translation. So speaking a bit of Espanol myself, I went and listened to it in DAZN, and that is kind of what he said, almost literally. But then, for the avoidance of doubt, Alonso went before English press and media and translated it himself. He said the English words, effective equivalent to what he'd said to Darzo, and that's chaos. Do me a favour, smash the like, guys. That is bonkers that Fernando El Plan Alonso said that. Bravo, Johnny. I've always viewed Hamilton and Alonso as two sides of the same coin. I don't hate what you're going with there, mate. I don't hate it. Kind of, a little bit. A straight gap between 6 and 7 is a madness. 1.8. Go on then. So imminent action from Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri, but they're going to follow each other around until they come in the pits, or one of them does, eh? Then you've got Norris. So Norris is in the DRS of Checo Perez. The battle for 5th, and then also action impending. Danny Rick on K-Mag for 13th. DRS train hasn't materialised, probably no small part due to the fact that pit stops, I think had nobody pitted, they'd be pretty much line astern. Noah's Ark F1 making us actually the Red Bulls are being kept somewhat under heavy manners. Well, the Red Bulls in the hands. Anytime I see Max doing this, chat, I'll be honest with you, I just feel like he's turned down his engines already. Best speed track speed 311. So with DRS yesterday, let's try and work this maths out in real time. With DRS yesterday and light fuel, he was like 343. And I think you've got to adjust for fuel, isn't it? This calc's not going to work, Cameron. Back down. What's going on, James? You're a legend. So what have you missed? You've missed Checo Perez just doing his best Valtteri Bottas impression is what you've missed. Just completely outbraked himself into turn 1 and screwed over Juan Carlos Sainz Jr. in the first place, who had to wait for Checo Perez to pass him before he could then try and defend Charles Leclerc, and ultimately having to wait cost him the position, hasn't it? Oscar Piastri, though, is on a charge up into second place, 3.2 seconds adrift of the race leading Max Verstappen, although there was not a lot of jeopardy, I will say that, going into turn 1. No move from Charles Leclerc on Max Verstappen because his start was not good enough. Journo, Perez top speed frustrating Norris. Yeah, what's he at? 317. Huh. It'll be quicker than 317. I think it'll be up there 344. Look at that Ocon 344 through the speed trap. Holy smokes. That's rapid. 317 through the speed trap from Perez. That's wrong. That's not right. Huh. Brundle espousing that in the briefing they were told this morning that the undercut's not especially powerful around here, owing to the fact that tyres don't drop off around it. It's really weird. I don't know if I understand that it's so hot, both ambient and track temps, but deg is relatively low. How does that even work? That these guys need to worry more about thermal deg. Oof, Lando. Go on, Lando. Just see Lando and Checo. He set up the switchback, hasn't he? Beautiful from Lando. Oh, he's gone in the pits. Gone in the pits has Checo. Oh, that's upset me, that has. I wanted to see those lot carry on racing. Lando's going to set some greens now, isn't he? He's going to go hard with a view to effect that undercut. What he won't want to see after Lando comes out the pits is that gearbox of Checo Perez's Red Bull. Interestingly, look at that. It's weird from this Mercedes. I just don't get the W15 at all. How are they on the hards? Go on then, let's look at their lap time. 1:33.6 last time round from Lewis, and 1:33.6 from Russell last time, within 5,000th of a second. So how are they lapping at the same speed? One on hards, one on mediums. I just don't understand this. Is this Pirelli that need to sort out their act here? Do they need to bring tyres that fall off the cliff more? I don't know. Speaking to Peter about this yesterday, and he was just like not nonplussed at Pirelli. Just thinks they're not doing a fantastic job at the moment, to be fair. And if they're lapping medium and hard, 17 lap old both, or Russell's on 20 lap old mediums, and same car lapping at the same speed, 20 laps into a race. What? Mate, what are we doing? Why is the camera in the Red Bull garage? Bizarre. Make, and they don't know what they're doing, mate, already. Again, you've heard, I was listening to Spanners on the Missed Apex, and he was saying they're live, and he was saying it's a really, really tough one to capture right, because if you're not on the money as far as your producers, then the track, the action, everything about it just looks really, really rubbish. So you've got to, it's one of those ones where you've got to like camera trickery requisite almost to make this look interesting as a spectacle, is what you need. And I don't know whether these producers, being from North America, know what they're... That's harsh. Look at me. Going on like North Americans don't know. 90% of you guys in North America know exponentially more than me over here in Europe. Look at me getting my Fernando Alonso on like I don't know what time it is. What an absolute numpty. Overland journo. Perez pit stop quicker than finding any key on QWERTY. Was it? I missed it. 2 seconds, I think, probably under 2 seconds if it's Red Bull. Go on then. What are we looking at? Piastri, 3.5 seconds. Give it the full beans, young man. We need a safety car, don't we, to bunch them all back up again? I always feared Matt's fastest slap, yeah, purples, 1:32.6. Although Lando Norris has just taken it, hasn't he? Charles Leclerc's in the bits. Go on then, Charles. Here's hoping, mate, that you get a decent one. Go on then, all eyes on Oscar Piastri to try and put some wicked fast laps in, eh? Oh, there we go. Checo's been hurt. Ted Kravitz says Checo has been hurt because he spent an additional lap behind Esteban Ocon, so that's not going to work for him as far as trying to effect the undercut. Charles Leclerc on his way out. He's going to head out behind one Lewis Hamilton, 1.5 seconds behind. So he'll be looking to make that pass fairly imminently, or else have Lewis come in for a cheeky pit stop. But Lewis on the hards, right, so he'll be looking to go long, I estimate, circa lap 30, potentially with 38 laps left to go. Is he going to get techie? I'm trying to get my strategic cap on and work out Lewis's play here. He's just got to go long as possible, hasn't he? And hope for a safety car, during which he can get a cheeky discounted pit stop maybe. Leclerc is flying kidney. Let's have a look at him. So he's come out now. There we go, purple sector 2 from Charles Leclerc is on it. But he needs to be on it, right? 34.9, holy smoke, that is quick. 333 kilometres an hour through the speed trap that time round from Charles Leclerc. But of course he's got DRS. He's looking to nail Lewis quickly, isn't he? He can't afford to be sat behind the Lewis Hamilton. Not yet, not now. There's a race to be won. Oscar Piastri. Go on then, all eyes on Oscar Piastri's times. Not dropping off though at all, look at that. Last lap green from Oscar Piastri, 1:32.6. Holy smoke. It's only a tenth off the pace of one Max Verstappen. So too, Carlos Sainz Jr. What's going on here? What is going on here with Max Verstappen? I just feel like he's taking his foot off the gas and he's just like, you know what, let me conduct myself with a semblance of mechanical empathy. That's why he's doing races boring, says Alexei. See this? Alexei, I'm telling you, a lot of people will be saying similar. I think it's intriguing. Let me not kill the Miami Grand Prix just yet. I think there is a level of intrigue as Charles Leclerc nails Lewis Hamilton, yet to get the visuals on my screen because I'm on Sky Go, and Sky Go gives me nothing. Jay with hard indeed 30 lap minimum. See how long the medium goes. He needs a safety car to make this work, I think, Lewis. What are we on now? 21 laps, so another 10 to go potentially. As near as makes no difference. Oh my, close between 44 and 16. Oh, you're not wrong. Oh, I'm just seeing it. Yeah, Charles Leclerc's on one. Go on then, Charles. 12 seconds is the difference between Norris down the road and Charles Leclerc, with Lando Norris, of course, yet to have pitted. Lando going long on those mediums. 21 laps just yet. See, this is the problem, right? When you can go 21 laps easy on mediums. Oof. Max Verstappen saying hit the cone, turn 15, check the front wing. Go on then. Let's look at the delta between Max and Oscar. Last time round, both did a 132.9. Oof. Oh, the humanity. Oh my gosh, Max made a mistake. That's why. Safety car potentially. Go on then, all eyes on that safety car because he's dislodged the cone as Max Verstappen, and that will be on the track somewhere, and that, ladies and gents, is dangerous. Oof. Oh, the humanity. What are we looking at, peddlers? Have we got it? Look at it in the middle of the road. Come on. Where's the safety car? Come on, Lewis. Oh my God. Why are the FIA so bloody slow to react to anything? What are we doing here? Oh my gosh. Come on, FIA. Like, do you want to... are we going to wait till somebody's seriously injured before we move on this? Well, you're going to have somebody run out there and retrieve it. This is what gets on my nerves, chat, I will be honest with you. Hamilton an advantage, exactly. They don't want to give it to him, did they? He's the only one who stands. Cam, are you watching on F1 TV? You are quiet a few seconds behind on live. I'm watching on Sky Go, AG, on the computer, and it's always a bit... The plan is one day to get a cheeky TV in here and I'll be all synced, but if you want to sync up with me, I am about 20 seconds behind live. SC's coming right when Max needs it. Virtual safety car, let's go! Virtual safety car, let's go! Virtual safety car deployed. Get in the pits, Lewis. Come on, mate. Get in the pits. It's almost like candidate. Well, let's see. Max benefits from this somehow. Of course he will, candidate. Max's strategist are absolute demons in this thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a good shout, Martin. Virtual safety car can be switched off at any time. Problem is, the leaders had passed the pit lane when they deployed virtual safety car, and they've sacked it off already. Oh my gosh. That was a very quick safety car, eh? Oh my gosh, that hasn't benefited anyone. It's a very quick virtual safety car, that. Like 10 seconds worth. Not the opportunity to nail it. Although Max Verstappen tried one. He's come in the pits, but he's not going to benefit. Although it won't affect him too much, will it? Go on, let's have a look at the lap times of Oscar Piastri. Best lap 132.6. Last lap, obviously, in the virtual safety car. 147.1s. Sick pit stop from Red Bull, as always. You wouldn't expect any different at this stage, eh? 2.2 seconds. Clockwork settings. They just don't miss, do they? Adjusted his front wing, says Martin Brundle. Electronic. Who does aero for McLaren? I don't know the names. Electronic. My knowledge isn't that broad and deep. Up. Fernando Alonso on an Alpine. Let's go. Fernando out of position, isn't he, though? Expect Fernando will get into the points this race. 100%. Having nailed Gasly, he's going to try and nail on those fresh medium tyres. He'll be nailing Oscar Piastri. What you on about, Cameron? Esteban Ocon imminently. Alonso goes to the end on those mediums. Holy smoke. 34 laps left potentially. I mean, so who's still out there on... So, okay, George Russell is still out there on 26 lap old medium. I suspect, the rate of tyre deg because of the compounds that Pirelli have brought, I reckon they'll be all right. I reckon Alonso could go to the end. Oof. Leclerc says this cost a bit. Leclerc's radio. Oof. Leclerc, very cool and calm in his response. His pit guy, his race engineer, is saying that they lost time. George Russell comes into the pits. There we go. How many laps has he done on those? 25 on those mediums. 25. I feel like George potentially could have carried on going, but I reckon they've spotted. Where have they spotted where they want to release him out into? I reckon they've got a... no clean air at all. Where's the clean air that they're trying to get him out into? Put him behind Esteban Ocon. Not really clean air. It's a bit of a traffic jam, isn't it? And therein lies the problem when we're talking about Miami as a track. It's just very processional, isn't it? Maybe that's not necessarily a track. A bit of that will be the cars and they're heavier and less live and limber, but do you know what I mean? It just feels like 2x2x2. Let's watch this Leclerc gap though. 3.9 seconds is the gap. Zach saying we're in pretty good shape on tyres. That sounds to me like these guys, Lando and Oscar, can go long. Look at their laps. Oh my gosh. Best laps. And again, of course, you've got to account for the fuel load coming down, right? But for these guys to have done 25 laps on mediums and be doing green laps, 132.4. Look at that. Both Piastri. Yeah, they're just going to stay out. Why would you come in? So long as you're doing green laps. Norris has just gone 132. So his fastest lap. Lando Norris is an example. Look at this case in point. Fastest lap is his nearest next to the difference of 132. On his last lap, he's just done that. He's just done a 132.2. The mediums are coming to. It's almost like they're getting quicker. Not losing any time on those mediums at all. And that's bonkers. Like, literally, Pirelli won't have a word in themselves, I'll be honest with you. Not good enough, is it? But I digress. Did McLaren miss a chance to pit Oscar? I don't think so, Macon. Why would he pit now when he's doing greens? Look at these last laps. What, 132.4, 132.4 from Piastri and Sainz, respectively. What's the point? Welcome to Miami, said yes. Oh, you guys are killing me. I tell you a cheeky anecdote as well. I looked at, I always watch, Lewis over the radio. It's impossible to see the curb in that chicane. Lewis getting in his moaning in. Is mandatory moaning each and every single race from Lewis. It wouldn't be a race without a cheeky Lewis Hamilton moaning. I can say that as a Lewis Hamilton fan. You guys know I can. Do me a favour, chat, and smash the like if you can, because it's quite important, that. Quite important. We don't want a worse like to concurrent viewer ratio than Mercedes have. Downforce to drag. All important metrics these. Up. Cheeky overtake from. Wow. Did Lewis just get nabbed? I know Lewis is in the pits, that's why. Come on, Lewis. Sub 3 seconds, please, from Mercedes, if we can. If that's doable. Guys and gals from Brackley and Brixworth. Toto, the boy who cried wolf. You reckon you can do that? Less than 3 seconds. 2.4. Still not optimal, but I'll take that. It is less than it is less than 3 seconds though. Electronic, keep our eye on Norris versus Verstappen Deltas. Norris has an opportunity to be a great team player. Oh, I love what you've done there, Electronic. God tier racing brain from Electronic Cornbread. 10.7. Oh my God. He's got to take his foot off the gas imminently though. All right, look, that's a really good shout. 26 laps has Lando Norris done on those mediums. If he Piastri's pitted, Electronic. Still Lando can do it though, eh? Piastri pits, Science pits. What's Lando going to do? I think Lando's had enough, of always being the bridesmaid. I'm not sure he'll look to Toto. I'm not sure that he will look to give up his race to try and help Oscar Piastri. Let's have a look at the intervals. 11-second adrift of Lando and Norris is Max Verstappen. Is Lando going to help out his teammate here? I love that point, Electronic Cornbread. Is he going to do it? McLaren upgrades work, Mercedes upgrades not so much, Sedan. It's a joke, isn't it? The customer car should never be quicker than the works team. Just the rules. Should never, ever. But in this circumstance, both customer teams in that Aston Martin and McLaren, in my humble opinion, are quicker than the guys from Brackley and Brixworth. Toto, the boy who cried wolf, have a word. It's not good enough. Nice, won't throw away 11 seconds. Low grip. Max Verstappen having a cheeky moan. Go on then. We've got Lando. Lando and comms to McLaren saying the pace is good. Let's keep this up then. Oh, we got K-Mag off. Going to get double waved yellows potentially. Oh my God. Anna Williams, Logan Sargent. Safety car! Fuck. Who's not come in yet? Lando hasn't come in yet. Let's go, Lando! Let's go! Quick! Get him in! Oh, Lando's the only one. And Tsunoda's set to benefit, not having pitted yet. So it's Lando and Yuki the only ones, aren't they? Oh, Lewis 4 laps. Shoot. Lewis is 4 laps away. Far. That's so annoying. Lando. Is this Sochi 2021 all over? Is this going to be Lando's victory here? Can they get him in 17 seconds? What's the pit stops around here? Oh. Go on, Lando. He's going to make it, isn't he? I think he might be able to get in. Perez comes in for a cheeky pit stop as well, a free one. Second time, no, mate. Come on, Lando. 20 seconds. Clear the pit. Get out the way in the pits, man. Lando needs to be able to get in and get out quickly. He did a purple. Quick last lap as well from Lando. Thank God he hadn't given up. Jeez. Logan hit that hard. Jeez. Go on then. All eyes on... what's the interval? 26 seconds is the gap. What's going on here? So the gap between Lando and Verstappen, 30 seconds? Oh, because they're all slowing down under safety car conditions, eh? I think Lando could do this, chat. Can Lando bang this? Can Lando win this race? Oh, the humanity. Oh, my gosh. See, F1 has a weird way of doing these things, doesn't it, to us? Just when we thought it was a dead race, now it looks like Lando could be on for his first. Oh, the humanity. But I digress. Oh my gosh, big accident from Logan. Just seeing the replay. Go on then, chat. Vote on it. Let me know. Lando coming in. Pit out. 35 seconds he's got. Mate, he's going to make it easy. Oh, come on, Lando. Lando benefits from genius strategy or just fortuitous circumstances. Come on, Lando. Get your eye in, chap. Lando is the effective race leader. Let's go. On hard tyres that are 6 laps fresher than Max Verstappen's Absolutely benefited. Lando Norris has the whip hand, ladies and gents, all of a sudden. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's what Lando needs to happen, yeah. He needs favours from Charles Leclerc here. On the restart, he's desperate for Leclerc to harass Max Verstappen's life, sufficient to where he might be able to get a gap. Oh, Journo's safety car has to find Norris. First win Trinity. It's a big ass though, mate. Honestly. A big ass. How many laps left? 28. Can we just end it now? Give Lando his first. Lando's going to be bricking it. Let's see what. Don't flop, Lando. Don't reach Youngblood. Let's go, Electronic. Can you imagine Electronic if they'd seeded, if they let the 11 seconds ago? This is why you've always got to go quickly, eh? Always try and run your own race. Sack off leaning into Oscar. You never know what can happen. There you go. Oh, all of a sudden. Go on, let's get Zach Brown on the line, eh? Lando simulation. Indeed. James, now we're going to see the Red Bull actually race. That's very foreboding what you said there, James. Hassan, Lando had his way today. Got lucky, mate. Got lucky. I just hope it works out for him. He's still a tall order. I'd be keen to see the bookmakers' odds in real time. You still got to favour. You've got to favour Max Verstappen at this point still. Even though this is a difficult... He needs favours still. I think from the racing gods, he needs more favours than just safety car. He needs Charles Leclerc to be trying to... Oh my God, I just seen the accident. Come on, Logan. Not a very good accident there. K-Mag. Oh, K-Mag and Logan's side. K-Mag's fault. Oh, Kevin Magnussen, just go away. Go home, K-Mag. Like, what are you... Every single time it's K-Mag. I remember the time when it was Ralph Schumacher. Who else? Grosjean for a while there. Every time there was an accident, it'd be one of those. And K-Mag is that guy now, and it's not good enough. 2:19, if you're watching Concurrent, do me a favour and smash a like. We have ourselves a race, ladies and gents. 27 laps remaining. The racing gods have turned their back on Max Verstappen for once. This time, Lando Norris has rolled himself a pair of sixes, benefiting from safety car Bianca Bustamante in the McLaren pit garage. Oh my God, the DRS. Ted Kravitz saying, you've got to break the DRS of Max Verstappen, because as soon as he gets that DRS, it's a wrap. All the bets are off. It is a wrap. If Norris does it, it will be like MJ getting over the Pistons to get his first chip. Electronic. I love that. The old Jordan rules. The bad boy Pistons. Love it. Journo Verstappen in Lando Norris's DRS. No chance, Journo. Oh, the humanity. 54% of you think I'm talking rubbish. Drinking from the cup of hopium. And I think I might be. That's why he needs favours, right? And even off the restart, I fear for Lando. After, like, reverse the roles. Max Verstappen has got this bloody routine, hasn't he, that I keep saying. He's got them nailed. He's like a snake charmer off the restart. Oh my gosh. Is Adrian Newey... Oh, Hannah Schmitz looks a bit nervous. Strategy. Her eyebrows furrowed. Oof. Come on, Lando. Come on, mate. Keep in first place or warm, you know. This is just very dangerous off the restart. Do you back up Max into Leclerc? Oh, I don't know what the play is for Lando here, you know, I'll be honest with you. I just don't know. Safety cars bunched them up. I know this is... I am nervous. Kidney says Hamilton on medium could be interesting. He's got Hothead Tsunoda in front. All the mental games. Go on, let's have a look at who's on what tyres. Hards from first all the way down to fifth. Mediums, Checo Perez. So he came in and got a brand new set. Well, not a brand new set, a set of scrubbed. So now they're on 3-lap-old a Vista of Charles Leclerc's. Very beautiful, missus. Fair play, Charles. Wouldn't expect anything else from Mr. Clark Kent himself. Hamilton, Russell. What's Lewis on? 8-lap-old mediums. Alright, so the guys and girls to watch. Lewis on mediums, 8-lap-old. Perez will be fairly quick as well on 8-lap-old mediums too. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous as hell here. If Lando wins, it'll be like Leicester winning the Champions League. The Champions League a few years ago. Bloody Nora. Can you imagine if they won the Champions League as well as the Premier League candidate? Holy smoke, here we go. Pedal on the right. I'm behind you guys and I'm sweating. Fudge. We've got ourselves a race, ladies and gents. At last. I don't mind this. Oh my God. Okay, so they're just about to restart for me. Lando, do it properly, chap. Don't let it get alongside, Lando, please. He's gone at the right time, to be fair. Oh, but Max is right there in the flipping slipstream. Done. You are toast. Park it on the apex, Lando. No, he's run wide as well. Come on, Lando. Well done, mate. You've done all right, even though you did go at the wrong time and Max telegraphed it to Max. Come on, Lando. Back him up into Charles, for crying out loud. What's Charles doing? Get moving, Charles Leclerc. You owe Lando a favour here, mate. Lando will need for Charles to harass Max Verstappen. This cannot happen unless Charles gets on the gearbox of Max Verstappen. Come on, Lando. 25 left. He's gapped him, hasn't he? Out of DRS is Lando Norris. Let's go, Lando. Come on, chap. 1.0 seconds. Oh my gosh, Leclerc on with Verstappen. Let's go, Charles. Come on, guys. Mount a challenge. Have some balls for once, guys. Challenge. Can't let Max Verstappen win each and every single bloody time. Put another wheel up the inside. Charles, come on. Get in the wing mirrors of Max Verstappen. This fella as brilliant as he is, he can't win each and every single time. Come on. DRS for Max. Not yet though. 1.2. End of the second lap. So 1.2 is the gap for Max Verstappen, between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. Charles Leclerc, critically, differently, is still there in the DRS of Max Verstappen. So critically, remember we said Lando will need for Charles to challenge Max Verstappen, and that's happened sufficient to where Lando Norris has broken the DRS. Unfortunately, though, for Max Verstappen, conversely, Charles Leclerc is still within the DRS of Max Verstappen. To win this race, Max Verstappen's going to have to do something. He's going to have to do something. 24 laps remaining, chat. Oh, the humanity! I cannot cope. The stress is far too much for me. 1.2 seconds the difference. 0.6. I tell you what, Charles Leclerc, the next time he puts a wheel up the inside of Max, he needs to make it work, doesn't he? Oscar Piastri nails Carlos Sainz for 4th place. Massive DRS train all the way down from 2nd or 8th even. Oh my gosh. From 5th all the way down to 18th. Oh, Piastri and Sainz, let's go. Let's go. This is too much. Go on, and all eyes on that Delta. Charles Leclerc, stay within that DRS, por favor, if we are Lando Norris fans. 0.7 is the Delta between Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Critically, though, Max Verstappen no longer in the DRS of Lando Norris. Lando just purpling every single qualifying laps, Lando. That's what it needs to do. That's what it needs to be. Get your Michael Schumacher on for 23 laps, chap, because that's what it's going to need to be if you're going to get your first victory here. Fortuitous one. He still needs Charles Leclerc to challenge though, doesn't he? He needs for Charles Leclerc. If Max Verstappen breaks the DRS of Charles Leclerc, that leaves Lando Norris very, very vulnerable. 1.4 seconds the diff between the leader, one Lando Norris, one McLaren Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. We have a race, ladies and gents, and I am nervous. How many laps left, chat? 23. Carlos Sainz clear. Investigate that is the encouragement from Carlos Sainz to his Ferrari race engineer. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh, F1, what are you doing to us? A cheeky safety car has changed the complexion of this race. Lewis Hamilton up into 7th on those 11-lap old medium tyres. Next down the road for him, though, is Checo Perez. DRS train from 2nd all the way down to 7th. Come on. Lando, you need more than 1.5 seconds, chap. You're going to need more than 1.5, mate. Once Max Verstappen is done with Charles Leclerc harassing him like a bee in his bonnet, he's going to be after you, chap. Although Lando has tyre offset, right? 6-lap old hard tyres is what Lando's on, as versus Max Verstappen, who's on 12-lap old. 1.8 seconds is the diff. Just tell him to give me back the position, says Carlos Sainz. What's Oscar doing? Got a bit rough, costing him time. Oh my God, Carlos Sainz. Is Carlos Sainz going to interfere with his mate Lando Norris's victory? Because if he gets on the gearbox of Charles Leclerc, then that's going to hinder Charles Leclerc's challenge of Max Verstappen. It's all techie, isn't it? This is so bloody techie. Oh my God. Who said F1's boring, eh? F1 at its best today. Thank you, Miami Grand Prix. Thank you, safety car. More pertinently, tell McLaren to be telling him, because they need to be telling him, says Carlos Sainz. Give me back the place. Well, McLaren aren't going to tell him until the stewards advise them that Oscar Piastri needs to give back the place. Is the conversation that they'll be having at the moment. Oh, the humanity. This is bonkers, chat. Absolute bonkers. Cheeky Carlito. Carlito's right though, Kyori. Give me back the place, man. What are we doing here? Got a bit rough with me. Get your political arms out, Carlos. Thank you, SC. Absolutely, kidney. Go on then. 1.9 seconds is a diff. Purple laps each and every single time from Lando, because that's what's required. Oh no. Bad news for Max Verstappen. Oh, sorry, bad news for Lando Norris, because Max Verstappen has broken the DRS of Charles Leclerc, but the gap between the top two, 2.0 seconds with 21 laps remaining. Oh, the humanity. 20 laps for Lando Norris's maiden victory in F1. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to do it, you know. I don't know if he's going to do it. I don't know. I'll be honest. What are you guys saying? 53% of you say that Lando Norris cannot do it this race. I would have to say, I don't want to jinx it though. Come on, lad. Yeah, of course Lando can do it. Lando's God tier, man. Look at that purple. 131.1 to 131.4 from Max Verstappen last lap. Although the problem is for Lando. Let's keep our eyes on Max Verstappen's laps this time around, because the problem is now Max Verstappen doesn't have Charles Leclerc harassing him. So all eyes on the sectors this time round. 30.5 for Lando Norris, 30.79 for Max Verstappen, 34.7 from Lando Sector 2, 34.8. Oh my God, Lando, make me proud, chap. You are making me proud, chap. Keep it up, though, sir. Keep it up. You've only half done the job. The racing gods have been super kind to you. Let's have a look. Oh no, here goes Max. 30.7, 25.9, a tenth quicker the third sector was Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. This is going to get techie, chat. Going to get close. Candidate says Lando can do it if the tyres hold out. Well, he's on fresher tyres. So Max's tyres are 14 laps old. Lando's at 8. So if anybody's tyres are going to go out, it would be Max Verstappen's, eh? Oh, the humanity. Racing gods have blessed us. Let's go. K-Mag is basically Spanish too. Oh my God. It must be right. Must be. Ollie. Okay, let's go. Let's go. All eyes on the sector times. Last time round, 131.4 from Max Verstappen. 131 flat from our guy Lando Norris. The gap between the top two, 2.4 seconds. Let's go, Lando. Come on, chap. Maiden voyage on the line here, sir. Come on, Lando. Can do it, mate. Let's go. We believe in you, chap. Oscar Piastri. Lando's not even talking on the radio. Leave me alone. This is peak time now. Can you imagine if Lando got hit with reliability towards the end? I would die rooting for that dude so hard, Hassan. But the gap overall, 2.55, 2597, Hassan. 2597 is the gap. 2563. Shoot. Why am I sweating, chat? Purple again from Lando. Let's go. 0.3 quicker than the Dutchman on the last time round. Where's Leclerc? 2 seconds adrift. Okay, so we've got DRS train again. No, they're gapping each other, aren't they? DRS train lower down the standing though, from 14th. I don't care. Come on, Lando. This is where I've got to be a casual for a little bit. Come on, Lando. Come on, chap. Make me proud, chap. Max Verstappen. I can't get to. Max isn't pleased. I can't get the car to turn. It's a disaster. Struggling on those hard tyres. 2.6. Oh my God! He's gonna do it, chap. God, I'm gonna do. Oh please, come on, Lando. Carlos Sainz having a cheeky nibble at Oscar Piastri. This is good. Come on, Charles. Get your head in the game, chap. Do our mate Lando Norris a favour. 2 seconds adrift of Max Verstappen now. So it's 2.6 between first and second. Two between second and third. Oh, the humanity. This is about to get chaotic. Sainz just pulls the mover on Oscar Piastri. Let's go. I do not hate that at all. And to be fair, electronic cornbed, thank you so much, mate. You far too kind. If Norris pushes the delta to 2.8. Oh my gosh, Carlos Sainz was a bit clumsy there, but ultimately got it done and stuck the move. If Norris pushes delta 2.8 and 3.5, then we know Red Bull is hitting its performance limits. I feel like crying. Me and you both, electronic. 2.8, there we go. Oh my gosh, I'm just seeing the back and forth between Carlos Sainz and Oscar Piastri taking no prisoners. 2.9 seconds is the delta. As near as makes no difference. 3 flat. As Lando Norris, our guy, goes 131 to another 10th. Pulls another 10th on Max Verstappen. Come on, is it time to get excited just yet? Chat, permission. As if I'm not already super excited for Lando Norris. I just want that dude to break his duck, I'll be honest with you. Break your duck, Lando. Come on, chap. He deserves it, man. He absolutely deserves it. I'm rooting for the chap. Come on. Come on, Lando. Let's get it. 2 or 4 of you watching, do me a favour and smash the like. Lewis Hamilton nabs Piastri. Let's go. Up into 6th. Oh my gosh, this race is chaos. Safety car has blessed us, ladies and gents. Candidate, I'm sure right about now, everyone's cross fingers and praying hard for Lando. This would be a tragedy. If he loses from here, with 17 laps left, 3 seconds on one Max Verstappen, it would be a travesty. A tragedy. Even though he's been fortuitous, if we're being honest, we can say that. Safety car blessed him. But this wouldn't be the first time that safety car circumstances blessed somebody, would it? Chat. Would it? Just saying. This is racing. We went motor racing. Today. Is that coming into the pits? Oscar Piastri. He's got to be fuming, hasn't he? His fortunes, he's driven brilliantly and his fortunes are just taking a turn for the worse on the back of safety car. Zach Brown, go on. 3.2 seconds. How many laps left? Chat, 17. 3.2. Lando is managing this beautifully. Shame for Oscar, absolutely Pancon. But we went motor racing, Pancon. You know what I mean? We went motor racing. It happens from time to time, doesn't it? Journo, Lando learning how to be God tier. Journo, I'll tell you what. Yeah, you would have heard me say on a couple times before now when Oscar Piastri Oscar Piastri fans were trying to write off Lando Norris. Lando is God tier. He's been God tier just by virtue of the fact that he hasn't won a race. Is not something we should write him off for. Chap is brilliant. And I'm not just saying that now because he's about to win, fingers crossed, touch wood, he's about to win his first race. He's got to check out the Super GT channel. Carter, something is wrong with the car. Check the downforce, says Carlos Sainz Jr. Carlos, nobody cares, mate. Sorry to be horrible, Carlos, but there is a... I mean, you're a supporting actor at best at the moment. All eyes on the top spot being one Lando Norris, who's gone purple. Let's go, Lando, but relax, mate. Don't take too... Mechanical empathy at this point. Don't take too much out of the car. You've got 3.4 seconds. Manage it. I think Max might be struggling with tyres. All part of the sport, Macon, absolutely. Journo. Hamilton, Perez, DRS, oh, the humanity. Go on then, it is DRS. Lewis over the radio to asking for more power. If you've got any more power, give it to me. Mate, that car has 0 straight line pace. That's the problem. That is the problem, Lewis. You've got nothing, mate. That car is too aerodynamically inefficient, which means that they need to tack on all the downforce, give you the high downforce rear wing around bloody Miami. Otherwise, mate, you won't be able to take the turns. Sector 2. You've got no chance, chap. Wouldn't even be able to get round them. Oh, the humanity. I'm so nervous. What is little Cam's favourite book? Macon, you're asking the exam questions now. He likes a bit of... he likes Aesop's Fables. He likes falling asleep to Harry Potter, the first one, when Mummy's not there. And he likes watching Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon. I have nothing to do with that, of course. Here comes Grumpy Max. Fair play. He's struggling with... he's going to be struggling with the handling dynamic of the car. And he's going to be struggling with 19-lap old hard tyres. It's the tyre offset that's worked beautifully for Lando Norris here. For hopefully his maiden victory. If indeed he can navigate the next 15 laps somewhere. Come on, Lando! Come on, mate. Let's go. Good. Oh, gosh. See, when F1's like this... Do you see what I'm talking about, chat? Tell me that I'm wrong here. When F1's like this and there's jeopardy and we don't know and we're all invested in Lando and a new winner and Max for once isn't winning, tell me this isn't the best sport in the world. When it's like this, when we've been gifted a circumstance by the racing gods and of course safety car, nobody's not going to tell me that this isn't one of the best sports in the bloody world when it's like this. I'm tuned hard for the next 14 laps to see whether our guy Lando can... I know you were messing, Macon, but you double bluffed me. I'll engage it happily. Journo, Pastry 19th with the fastest lap. What a waste. Oh my gosh, why is he 19th? Oh, because he's had to change his nose cone, hasn't he? Unbelievable. What a waste. Oh, how the racing gods can be cruel sometimes. Candidate. This is when McLaren need to strategically come to the fourth by controlling Lando's lap pace over the remaining laps. So if he loses first, he can still win. You know what? It's... I think at this point you don't even talk to Lando. Don't even talk to him. Leave him. Let him just get his focus on, because otherwise, do you know what I mean? You just start to... I don't know, man. You just start to bring in crosses, candidates. You know what I mean? Bad vibes, bad feng shui. Just leave him. He'll manage it. Just give him the delta. 4.0 on the last lap, Lando. Let him manage it. He's a big boy now. He can manage 14 laps on 6-lap fresher hard compound tyres. Surely he'll be alright to manage that. Although Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc will be having conversations in their post-race debrief. Carlos will not be happy at all. 4 secs, I'm baffled by Red Bull. He's on older tyres, isn't he? He's complaining about handling and he's on 6-lap older tyres. I think it's always going to be a difficult... Let's have a look how fast he was through the lap. Look at that. Lando... through the speed trap, Lando's quicker. What the hell? 319 kilometers an hour versus 315. That is bonkers. Go on then, Carlos. Have a cheeky nibble at Leclerc if you can, mate. That would be very helpful. Joseph, surely Lando can finish the race off. Joseph, I don't want to jinx it. Honestly, as what you've said that with a rational mind. But I think he can do it. Barring accidents and reliability. Agreed. You don't say ish to Lando right now. Leave him to it. Do you remember that time when Sainz was in the midst of pulling off a move on Checo Perez? And they came over. You've just got to pick your times as a race / performance engineer. And now, in my humble opinion, isn't the time when you want to be communicating to Lando. Plus, he's got it in hand. Look at this. 4.5 seconds. Last time round, he gapped Mr. Max Verstappen to the tune of 0.2, 0.3. Faster through the speed trap again to the tune of 3 kilometers per hour. It's in hand, chaps. He just wants to make sure that he's, I meant 1/10 of a lap. Not losing for. I get you, candidate. Journo Verstappen being a good sportsman. I don't know about that. Verstappen would happily take this from Lando if he had the opportunity to. Happily. Do you know what I mean? All day, every day. You know who Max Verstappen is. Adrian Newey, you get a vista of him on the pit wall, one of his last times before he goes on his cheeky sabbatical before hopefully joining Ferrari shortly thereafter. Verstappen 4.9 seconds Crofty to be precise. We are 12 laps remaining. Oh, the humanity. Is this going to be Lando's 57% of you saying this will be Lando Norris's maiden victory? 5.1 seconds. Max Verstappen is struggling, isn't he? So this is what you say. On a gazillion occasions before now, you guys have heard me say, if you're going to beat Max Verstappen, this is what you need, right? You need the racing gods to smile on you. You need a cheeky safety car. You need a car that's quick. You need circumstance. You need to have had your Weetabix that morning. Otherwise, you have no chance. Ocon and Alonso. Hassan, I can't even... Oh, yeah, he's banned him, hasn't he? I can't think at this point. This is the ineptitude of Cameron. Past 1 and 2. Is it harsh for me to say I'm not interested? Ocon and Alonso. See, as per our prediction at the outset, Fernando Alonso has made his way up into a point-scoring position, right? Having only pitted once. Worked a treat. 11 laps remaining, though. 24 laps. He's set to do 35 laps on medium tyres. What are we doing? Bonkers. Max was up Lando's inside before this. Yeah, no, he's not supposed to do that, is he, Hassan? Not anymore. The Max Verstappen rules of safety car restart. 5.3 seconds the gap between Lando and Max Verstappen. Oh, the humanity. I will give Lando credit, says Joseph, although he got lucky with the safe car. 100%. You need to put yourself in position to receive luck at times. Luck, they say, Joseph, is where opportunity meets preparation. Had Lando not stayed out longer, because all of them had that option, Lewis was 4 laps away from benefiting in kind, just like Lando did. You got to put yourself in the position to benefit from a circumstance like that. Luck, again, for the avoidance of doubt, is where opportunity meets preparation. And Lando was prepared. He still got to execute, right? Still got to drive another 11 laps with bloody Max Verstappen, the shark that is Max Verstappen, breathing down his neck. Just seeing the Alonso overtake. Ocon's got an Alonso over. Oof. These two do not like each other, by the way, being Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso. Get off Alonso and Alpine G's. I know the problem is they won't show much of Norris because in their mind, again, another one of Mr. Windsor's God tier points. In their mind, they view blood and guts overtaking as the story of this. And the story of this race, of course, is Lando Norris. So even if you have to put it on him by himself and just show one Max Verstappen looming in the background, that is the shot because that's the story. I hope with 10 laps left, we get some serious shots of Lando Norris and not bloody Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon. No one cares. Kyrie, I might have to eat my words if Kyrie, I'm telling you, Lando's serious. I don't know why. As soon as Oscar came in, everybody was like, nah, Oscar's better than Lando. So what are we talking about here? Have you seen Lando Norris? Watch that, dude. Every time they get in karts, you can see how much of a... Karting as an endeavour will show you who the true racers are, right? And every time these like get in karts, Lando will beat each and every single one of them. Plus, he's quite light. But he's very, very fast as a driver, just fundamentally, right? Proper racing settings. Oh, the humanity. Hamilton's good at setting up a last lap blazer to overtake James. It's also James. I'm telling you, it's getting peak, isn't it? It's going to get very techie imminently. Right, let me do one of these very quickly. Got to bloody blow my nose again. I'll be back, I promise. Apologies, guys. For some reason, every time I get into this room and it gets techie with the old F1, my nose starts bloody bothering me as if I've got like hay fever or something. I will not cry for this though. I'll be pleased. I think Lando will cry on the podium if he gets there. 9 laps remaining. Gap between the top two, 5.6. We might get some racing down the pack. Piastri siving his way through the field, isn't he? Now he's out of position. Much faster car. He'll nail Danny Rick imminently. This will be quite symbolic, actually. Oscar Piastri, the heir to Danny Rick's McLaren throne. It'll be quite symbolic. Oh, wow. Sainz and Piastri, McLaren are nervous. Look at Andreas Seidel. Andreas Stella even. Oh, the humanity. This is getting techie, eh? It's just the normal race, as saying the race engineer. Driver of the day, chat. I'm not even going to put it to you. 42% Lando Norris. Is he driver of the day though, really? What, just because of a fluky safety car? Is he really driver of the day? Right, go on then. 8 laps remaining. Hopefully we can get ourselves a Lando Norris maiden victory today. And that, of course, will be your biggest story. Lando Norris. Oh, ye of little faith. How dare you doubt Lando Norris, the naysayers. Hassan, me and you both, mate. I am really nervous. Doing my best to put on a brave face, but I'm hoping. Come no, Lewis, says Kyra. Ha! 0.3. Go on then, Lewis. 0.4. I think he'll struggle, that DRS. I don't think that DRS is too powerful. Look at them. I want to say that go on then, Lewis. Have a go, mate. I think he's going to struggle to overtake that Red Bull, even for the next day. He's got 8 laps worth to do it, but I think he might struggle. Car's simply not fast enough through the speed trap. It is a dog of a car, that W15. It just can't. Crafty says that'll be one of the more popular wins. Party in Miami for all of the broadcasting team if Lando Norris can get this over the line. But he's dominating, he's controlling it thus far. And it was critical that he managed the safety car, didn't he? And I thought he flopped it. I thought he'd gone at the wrong time, just like Lewis did it in Abu Dhabi. I didn't like the way Max looked like he'd harassed him. But critically, Charles Leclerc offered the Dutchman some challenge. And that would have affected Max's ability to keep with Lando Norris post safety car, right? Lando, driver of the day, of course he is. I'm at the restaurant making a seed. Hassan, this is going to get techie in a minute. 7 laps remaining. Lando has the whip hand to the tune of 5.9 seconds over Max Verstappen. 2.5 adrift of Max Verstappen is Charles Leclerc for the final podium spot. Oscar Piastri nailing his way through the pack now, trying to get Danny Rick. Oh, Oscar Piastri's outbraked himself, locked up his and flat spot his toe. Be careful, Oscar. Danny Rick will be looking to make a statement here. Don't hate on the dogs, Hassan. Piastri versus Rick, fam. I know it's techie, isn't it? This is beef. Rap beef. Danny Ric won't be looking to lose any more places between now and the next 7 laps through to race end, especially not to the dude who superseded him in that McLaren. One Oscar Piastri. 244 of you watching. Do me a favour, smash a like, please. Appreciate each and every single one. Oh, wow. Oscar up. Oscar told, mate, just be conscious of this. Lando is leading the race. We do not want to cause a safety car here. Wow. Foresight. It's a shame Nicholas Latifi didn't get that message in 2021, eh? Could have done with that. But I digress. 6 laps remaining. Let's go and blow my nose. Come on, Lando. He's back. Right, let's go. Whenever I blow my nose, sometimes it's like, in fact, I wouldn't even tell you about it. It's too much information, Cameron. Shut up, mate. Hassan Latifi. It's coming, Cam. It's coming. I'm hoping, mate, on 6 laps remaining. It is coming. 6.1 seconds. Oh, my God, the stakes. Yeah, they didn't tell Latifi that, did they? The jokers, the clowns. But fair play. You know what? We went motor racing, and we went motor racing today for anybody that wants to ask. You know what I mean? For anybody that cares to ask. Go on then, let's have a go. Come on, Lando. Come on, mate. 5 laps left. I'm not nervous at all, chat. What's going on? I'm cooler than a cucumber out here. Fudge. 6.4 seconds is a diff. Not sure I understand how Lando's pulling away, but I like it. James, he is on newer tyres than his Max Verstappen. 23 lap old hard tyres is what Max is on now. Sorry, what Lando's on. 29 laps is what Max is on. So it's that curve, right? Not that they're falling off a cliff necessarily, but we should say for the avoidance of doubt that Max is on older tyres, simply put. Zach Brown looks like he's sweating, doesn't he? Again, this is millions of pounds are on the line here via sponsors and visibility. Like it means a lot, right? Zach Brown, if you watch the Netflix episode with Zach Brown, you see the conversation that he's having with his bosses about getting it right. They've got to deliver chrome. Sponsorship is on the car, for Pete's sake. Electric Lander will do it and will be a boss about it. He'll shed a tear on that. He'll shed a tear on the podium. 100% electronic. What's Alex Albon doing? No safety car, please. What's Alex Albon doing? No safety car. Keep that running, Alex. Keep that running, chap. No Nicholas Latifi this time. Por favor, Mr. Alex Albon. Get moving, chap. Keep your car running. He's just outbraked himself, hasn't he? 6.5. Has Alex kept that running? All eyes on that big track clear sign top right. Come on. 6.5 seconds. Can you imagine if they called safety car? Stress. That is true. On YouTube, for those of you in the UK, Sky Sports F1 has just released a lie detector test with who else other than the chap that's about to win a race, his first race in 4 laps time, where he was asked, will you get a victory in 2024? And he said yes. He wasn't telling lies, apparently. Not that you can tell lies about the future necessarily, and outcomes that are sometimes beyond your control. 40% vote driver of the day for Lando Norris. 12% vote Valtteri Bottas. I think Oscar Piastri is in a cheeky shout for driver of the day, you know. Just talking about Endeavour. 3 laps left, Macon. You are right, sir. That lockup was really bad from Alex Albon, wasn't it? No safety car, says Macon. Oh my gosh, Macon. Hassan. Why? But I'd have no idea, mate, being honest. I don't care. It's too low down for me. Not to be like a competitive snob or anything, but I don't pay attention to the also ran positions anywhere near as much as what I should be. Not even close. Chap was confident. You know how much money is flying around Vegas? Like, James, it's a joke, isn't it? I don't know, but it will be tens of millions, I imagine. I mean, imagine if you'd bet on Lando and Norris. That wouldn't be bad, eh? That wouldn't be bad. But I don't know who would have made that bet. Not professional gamblers. That much is for sure. Electronic, I'm going to scream like a room full of puppies when he crosses the finish line, and you guys are going to be screaming before me because, of course, my bloody I'm going to be in delay ever so slightly. Oh my God! Come on, Lando! Come on, chap! Come on, mate! Fudge! 2 laps. 2 laps, chap. 2 laps. Hassan, yeah, I really forgot mate was racing. Yeah, Bottas, who is he? Can't lie, Cam. Red Bull do not look as formidable as they did last year, 6 races in. Do you think, Joseph? I think you just got to I know what you mean, but I think we just got to normalise for the circumstance here. But for the safety car, you're not beating Max Verstappen, right? So Lando's got a massive leg up here. Don't expect that next time round. But McLaren are close. I mean, with those upgrades in the hands of Oscar, probably more than Lando, they've looked handy, eh? Two laps remaining. 7.5 seconds. Lando Norris has dominated the proceedings. Availability heuristic, we'll say. And of course, we get the compulsory view of McLaren Miami fans clapping their guy Lando away. 2 laps remaining. Holy smoke. Holy smoke. Oh my gosh. Bit nervous, chat. Just wave it off now, surely. Like, you know what I mean? Can't we just call it a day? Surely. Please. Oh my goodness. Can't wait until Ferrari gets. Let's go. Let's go. Nearly there, chaps. Last lap. Nearly there. Oof. Come on. Come on, Lando. Right, let's come on, Lando. Nearly there, chap. 7.6 seconds, final lap. All eyes on this right, bottom left. Go on, Lando. You make it round. Finishing line is somewhere here. Go on, Lando. Make it round. I got a bit stressed there. I saw him hesitate for a second on the old map. Go on, Lando. Get round, chap. 7.777 seconds is the diff. Is that an omen? Get round, Lando. Last couple of turns, mate. Go on, Lando. Oh, gosh. Go on, mate. 7.7 seconds. All eyes on the Delta. He's done it, hasn't he? Take it, Lando. Let's go, chap. Let's go. Let's go, Lando Norris. Let's go. Well deserved, chap. Let's go, Macon. You're a legend. P1 Lando Norris. Maiden victory. Many more to come. Let's go. Put some respect on that chap's name. What do you mean? Oscar Piastri is better than him. How very dare you? You know who Lando Norris is? Come on. Lando Norris. Let's go. Maiden victory. Dominated on the back of a fortuitous circumstance. Look at Zach Brown. Zach Brown. Anyone would think he's won the championship, Zach. You know what I mean? Let's go, Lando Norris. Put some respect on that chap's name. I need to text Shez, because Shez, Shez of the Shade. Could be not petty at all, eh? Hassan, it's a wrap. Let's go, Electronic Jomo. Hit the like. Jomo, you're a legend. I am loving that. Let's go. Celebrate, McLaren. It's a victory. The first of which many of you seen in your life. Yeah, Andrea, touch your heart, mate. This is a monumentous day, a monumentous time for the Papaya team. And the time, remember, this is the race when they bought all their bloody upgrades, eh? Put some respect on Zach Brown's name whilst you're there. In addition to one Lando Norris, you know what I mean? Put some respect on all of them. And Oscar Piastri too, yeah? Because but for the fortuitous circumstance, he would have been in there with a shout, at the very least, for a podium position. What do you mean? Put some respect on their names. 41% Lando Norris driver of the day. That's a humongous landslide for the Brit. Let's go. Imminently, Juan Fernando Alonso will be talking about some British bias, and that's why the safety car came out. To which we will laugh, making you far too kind, sir. I appreciate you, Anna. That's right, Lando. Shouting your helmet, chap. Big woos. Yeah, you will shed a tear tonight, mate, and you will have lots of drinks. Finally, Lando has come back to win his final race. I love that visual. James, absolutely amazing. Loving it. Loving it, Hassan. Good news story. I think we needed this as F1. You know, I thought this was going to be a rubbish race out of which there were going to be no plot lines and stories, and we got one. Great race, says James. Agree. Finally, Hassan. Finally, Mega James. Oh, the humanity. Great race. We can all leave. I can't believe it's like 10:37 British time. My circadian rhythm is fudged. This feels like, Hassan, member for 2 months. Let's go, Hassan, my guy. My circadian rhythm is fudged. I'm not going to be able to go to bed and sleep tonight now, am I? Holy smoke. I guess that's how it's done. That's going to be the tagline that the world's press and media are going to quote tomorrow, isn't it? I guess that's how it's done. Lando says, I knew it. Today is a day full of opportunities. I said it this morning when I came in. Of course you did, Lando. Mandler, who's cut Lando Norris's nose? Was that the missing ingredient? That was at King's Day in the Netherlands, right? It's interesting that he's cut his nose just before. Maybe he needs to do that every week, like Carlos Sainz's appendix. Oh, bless him. Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Daddy says. Bless him. That's lovely. Macon 4 is the story, yeah. You'll have a good evening. Bloody Nora. Macon, I don't hate it. Let's go, Lando. Good news. Alan says, watch after the race replay when Max pulled up. He was applauding Lando. Class act. Love that, Alan. Love that. I think Max will give him that one, especially on the back of the safety car incident. Max won't be devastated at Lando Norris's win. And plus, they're mates, aren't they? Off track. Good mates. Two of the best mates on the grid are Lando and Agro Valley. Lewis had told Toto to bring in Norris as a replacement for Bottas instead of Russell, and he didn't. Behave yourself. Is that true? Holy smoke. I'll go with that. Good game, Miami. Good game, says Hassan. Absolutely. GG's. And did well. Well, at least we got a race, chat. At least we got ourselves a cheeky race. Bit of uncertainty. Charles gives his mate a hug. Oh dear. Still going to be a Max Verstappen podcast in the cool down room. I'll watch this for another couple of minutes with you guys and then I'll run away and film this reaction video. Behave yourself, MBS. Mohammed Ben Sulayem doesn't miss an opportunity, does he? To get on the camera. Fernando Alonso gives Lando a big hug. Props. Props. Big help apparently was Fernando Alonso. Lewis had Checo's number for some time. Electronic Cornbread, you're a legend. Thanks, Cam, for the coverage. Keep it up. I'm trying my best, Electronic Cornbread. There'll be another video coming out as soon as I drop off after this. My reacting to Lando Norris. Let's go. That's good news, eh? Jenna, do me a favour. You guys dropping off. I'll stay in another couple of minutes. I want to review. I want to react to the cool down room as per usual, and then I'll run away. But for those of you who have to go, thank you so much for watching the stream. You guys are legend. Do me a favour and smash that like button on your way out the door, because every little bit helps. Let's go, David. Hassan, it's going to be one hell of a champagne puff. I agree with you, Hassan, and it should be. Journo, great race. Subtle emotions, very well said. Visual. Verstappen fell off. Visual. Mind yourself, Lando. Jumps over the barrier, clean into the McLaren team crowd surf. Mate, you still need to be able to walk onto the podium, for Pete's sake. You know what I mean? Jeez. Doing the proper crowd surf. That's a moment. That's a picture, isn't it, from Lando? Rosberg, is this the end of Verstappen's career? Visual. Clickbait settings. Big hug from Lando to Zach Brown. This is nice. I don't hate this. I do not hate this. Fabulous. Andrea Stella gets a big hug. Mate. And you know what this has done? I'll tell you what's the salient point is here. As far as number 1 and number 2 drivers, if there was ever a doubt in McLaren, I know Oscar's brilliant, right? Gets a big hug from George. I know Oscar's brilliant, but if we're ever in doubt, do you know what I mean? You want to... Gets a big fist bump from his old mate Danny Rick. This is nice. This is nice. Heartwarming story for F1. I think we needed this. I do think we needed this. This is brilliant scenes. Love from Danny Rick, Hassan. Proper love. I'm not tearing up. It's not that deep. TP love for real, says Hassan. Look at Max Verstappen. Kyrie T. Kaido. To think I almost didn't come to this race. Thank you, Lando. Are you there in person, Kyrie? Thought he'd let his boyfriend. Lewis putting his Merc P6, Yuki P7, poor homeboy Logan Sargent. Kyrie, far too kind. Echo all those sentiments. Sad for Logan. The end is near for Logan Sargent, is it not? We need Max to smash the trophy on the podium. It would be only right, eh, Visual? Jono Lando will cry later tonight when he realises the enormity of what he's done. Never, says Hassan. No doubts. It was never in doubt, Hassan. Never in doubt, mate. Not even before the safety car came. Get him with the bloody plaster on his nose. Bless him. He's still got the plaster on his nose from a... Oh, Lando. Typical to win your first race with the bloody plaster on your nose. For Lando. Lando's crack me up with the plaster on his nose. Listen, when your first win comes, it comes, eh? Shout out to Mumsy. Mum and Pops, bless him. Love that. plaster on the nose visual. Plaster on the nose, bless him. A lot of people did doubt you, Lando, to be fair, especially when that fast Australian, when Oscar Piastri came to the team. Not a bad race. It wasn't bad, was it, at all, Jamie Cario? Grew up across the street from the stadium. Oh my gosh. Now only live 20 minutes away. Kaori, you blessed. The Miami Grand Prix. And after I was slandering it, see how the mighty can fall so quickly. I too thought this race was going to be rubbish, Kaori. Candidate says, this is an interesting perspective. Shouldn't Max, being the god tier, have closed down Lando based on the fact that he's between half a second, 1 and 2 faster than everybody else usually? Candidate, I don't know about that. Sometimes you can't do impossible things. He's brilliant, but 8 lap holder hard tyres, car that he was struggling with, safety car settings. I don't know. I don't think we can say that, Candidate. Hey, where you going with that, mate? Alternative perspective, but nah. I can't let, well, to be fair, he did have the bloody accident, didn't he? He did hit the cone, so it wasn't a perfect weekend from Max Verstappen, to say the least. Electronic, too kind, sir. Did you notice how stiff Max looked when Lando walked up? Oh, he's mad, isn't he? I don't think he's ever happy to lose, Max. I think his old man will be having conversations with him afterwards. They just don't like losing. Max Verstappen, in Max's mind, does not lose. I said to my friend the other day, who used to watch F1 a lot, when Max loses, in his mind, he needs to understand there will be he'll have to post-mortem the Grand Prix to understand why he lost. Because in his mind, he should win every single race. Obviously, safety car is a large part of the explain, so. But too kind, Electronic. The reason the race was decent was because the temps didn't go. I think the reason why the race was decent, visual, not to even get that techie, was the safety car. But for the safety car, it would have been a procession, right? It would have been a procession. That's the only thing that helped us out. The racing gods were kind to us this race just gone. Journer says, I hope this is the true pace of McLaren for the rest of the season. They're going to need help. If they stand a chance of beating Max with any sort of frequency, then they're going to need a 2016 season a la Nico Rosberg on Lewis Hamilton, aren't they? That's the truth. Visual, they need softer compound to exactly this visual. You've nailed it. These tyres need to fall over. You can't be doing like 100 laps on medium tyres. Look at this. 38 laps on those last set of hard tyres is what Leclerc did. Alonso did 36 laps on his mediums. Gasly did 45 laps on a set of hard. That's daft. These tyres are too durable at the moment. They need to perish quicker than that, I think. Visual Max is getting left on another patch. Oh my gosh, Visual's alluding to the story, of course, that one time when Max lost and hadn't listened to his dad, Joss, that Joss just left him at a petrol station for his mum to come and pick him up later. Harsh love, proper tough love between those two. Tough love. I think some of us might have experienced similar in the past. But I don't know, you can debate the efficacy of it. Look at Mohammed bin Sulaim. Get out the way, Mohammed bin Sulaim. You're always just trying to take the limelight, mate. Just go away, bro. Lando says, please. I wanna re-listen to that. What was the full sentence that Lando said to MBS? Please. Jay the heck. Almost trashed my phone. No wins is over, but still no race for the win, says Jay. Magnussen served both right. This is true also, visual. Magnussen paid his part with his skullduggery. Hassan, I'm not with that shuttle car. Me neither. Nonsense. Cheeky word, who's that, Brown? How are the nerves? What a drive, says Zach Brown. You got to thank everyone back at McLaren. You got to thank the safety car, mate, is what you got to thank. Because everything is made possible with a late safety car. We went motor racing. Hassan, hate is a strong word, but when we're talking about Mohammed Ben Sulayem, why is he always putting himself on camera with the winner? Lando was like, please, brackets unsaid, get away from me, chap. Let me just have my moment, Mohammed Ben Sulayem. Why are you trying to talk to me now? Lando would be like, that dude is such a douchebag. Get him away from me. Get him away from me. Lando Norris's maiden victory. Let's go, chat. Like, I'm loving this. I think that's a proper good news story. I want to see I'm staying on long here because I want to see the cool down room. 10 to 11 British Standard Time in the PMs. Outstanding for Lando, but also McLaren. I think you hit on the salient point there, James, that this bodes well between now and the end of the season. That McLaren have got some real pace. Obviously, they need the circumstance safety car to take advantage of it, but ultimately, 8 laps younger tyres, hard. But ultimately, why no champers? I don't know why that hasn't happened yet. Is it coming? Have they tinkered with the race ending ceremony potentially? I don't know about all that. That's Hassan won champers. James, outstanding for Lando. Also McLaren's second win after many years in the wilderness. So I think their last win, was it Danny Rick in Monza 2021? Was that their last victory? And again, 2021 Monza was a race that Lando had the pace to win as well, but they asked him to hold station, didn't he? Hence why I think Danny Rick was so congratulatory, because he knew what Lando had done for him that day. Where's the call? That's what I'm saying, Hassan. Where is the cool down? That's all I'm on here for now. I'll stay another 10 minutes in the hope that we get a cheeky Max Verstappen podcast in the cool down. None of it. I don't think they do cool down in Miami, I'll be honest. I don't think they did cool down last time round either. They have to drive around the stadium, Koiri says. Yeah, this podium is on the opposite side of the start straight. Bloody Nora, Koiri. What are your guys doing in Miami as far as the logistics, chat? That's not that doesn't bode well. And why is Cameron so slumped in his chair? If Mama Cameron could see, she would not be very pleased with me. Sit up, Cameron. What are you doing, mate? I apologise. After the race, you guys all... Oh, cool down. Stop talking, Andrea Stella. Get me to the cool down. Sky Sports, £90.50 a month for this. Don't play the interview with Andrea Stella over the cool down room, for Pete's sake. You see why I have to go scorched earth, chat, each and every single bloody time. Look at this. Why are we in the cool down room and I can't hear the audio? Instead, Sky producers, I'm listening to Andrea Stella. Don't talk, Crofty. Cool down. Was that you, Lando and Carlos? We're getting a cheeky cool down and I'm listening. Gotta listen to the cool down. Oh, Sedan, I'm coming across to we get Bianca Bustamante cheering Lando. Bless her. We can hear it clear on F1 TV, of course. Cheers, Sedan. I'm switching across. Sky Sports cancellation incoming. They talked over it with Andrea Stella and then we only got like 10 seconds worth of cooldown. The best time of the whole Grand Prix for me. They didn't say much. I don't mind. Sedan, I just want to listen to it. I don't care. It's like my favourite bit when the guys get in the podium places, getting the cooldown and have a chat with each other, and I feel deprived. Visual Magnussen should be put in first every race, and then everybody would have to have a vision. I love it. Not to go to Drive to Survivation, but I don't hate it. F1 TV for the win today. Oh, Hassan. Okay. Noted. Between now and next time, I'm going to... Joe Electronic Corvette Max looked genuinely happy. Even in the interviews, cool down Rune. Come off looking stiff and being a bit mad. If a bad day is second, he'd take it. Go on then. Just all the podium buds on the The podium places on the podium. We'll watch this and then I shall call it a day. It's nonsense, isn't it, David? I'm a numpty. In the words of Charles Leclerc, I am stupid. 70, mate, I'm going to do it, Hassan. You know, the problem is, Hassan, I'll be honest with you, Sky have a monopoly in the UK. So if you're gonna pay for F1 TV Pro, which gives you pictures, then you need to start doing stuff with like NordVPN, and I haven't had the appetite, but I'm gonna have to take the plunge apparently. Lando will win again in Austria. He's a demon in Austria, isn't he? He's an absolute demon in Austria, is that chap. Do you have to use VPN for it? Yeah, exactly that visual. Because Sky have a monopoly on the lot. Sky Go, Sky, like, I have to work at 8 a.m. tomorrow and I work for a bank. Oh no, visual. You don't get bank holiday in the States, visual. Bank holiday tomorrow, thank God. It would have been a struggle otherwise for me. No, and my family are in Birmingham. Decent race, eh, chat? Decent race for once. Right, it's late, chat. 11 o'clock. Holy smoke. What, are you in the UK, visual? Wow. Mate, I don't envy it. I'm guessing you're at an investment bank, which would make sense, but Hassan, Ranida, you savage for that one. What did Ranida say? God Save the King being played for the first time in F1. That's true. That's true, notwithstanding the British bias of the stewards per Fernando Alonso. Of course, mate. Go on, Andrea Stella. You hold up that trophy, chap. Well deserved. Someone from the UK won in F1 Academy too. Guess that foreshadowed this race, absolutely. Call centre, Coventry. You in Cov visual? Behave. Down the road from me, chap. Or down over. I was in a certain Coldfield, Birmingham for the longest time. That's why you can hear it in the accent. James says, as said, buy an Apple TV, get a £20 deal on now all Sky Sports channels. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I've already had conversations with Mrs. Cameron, James. Hassan, December, very, very. Lando Norris getting showered with the champers. Max Verstappen keen to make sure he gets it in his eyes somehow. You got to have stingy eyes. You're first. It's only right. Rite of passage, eh? One must have stingy eyes. There we go, Lando. Slams it down. Signature celebration. That's nice. I love that. 21st British driver to win a world champion. Yeah. British bias, eh, from Sky Sports. Who cares about that? Matt showing weakness, unlike Schumacher. Oh, bravo, Johnny. That's this too. It's recency bias. Let's not do the availability heuristic thing. AJ, almost no one celebrates Max's PT. Max won't celebrate Prix. It's beneath him. So the story then, per Crofty, or Lazenby even, is the improvement of not only Lando, but that car, eh? That they were quick at Miami, notwithstanding safety car, notwithstanding being on 8 laps, younger, hard compound tyres. Lando Norris managed to get this done fair and square, right? The racing god smiled at him, but yeah, and still he needed to go out there and execute it. Luck, they say, was where opportunity meets preparation. And Lando Norris's maiden victory today was a function of all of the aforementioned. Guys and girls, you guys have been legends. I've really enjoyed that. I don't believe that we've been on for 2.5 hours nearly. I have enjoyed that thoroughly. But between now and next time, I digress. The prosecution rests. No further questions, Your Honour.